All right, this will probably be the most disgusting video I've ever done. But cold and flu season, winter's coming. So what do I do? What I always do is, I'm an apple cider vinegar guy. I take it all the time. I've just got my own bottle. It's mine. I don't use it for anything else. At the same time, I just swig out of it because I'm more likely to do it. I don't have to pour my own shot glass. It's just, I grab it, try to slosh it back. You can gargle it a little bit. Don't get it in your nose. It's rough. There's lots of benefits, right? We need more fermented stuff in our diets, but just the aspect of cleaning out the back of the throat, the tongue, just that little bit. Yeah, it's gonna help your digestion. High acidity, good for the stomach, good for the gut. You know, if we didn't, take sulfites and destroy beer even, we need more fermented things. It's just, even beer, there's no yeast. It's all killed off anymore, and that's half the problem. So more fermented things in your diet. And I don't need a lot. So apple cider vinegar, it fills the void. I even do apple cider vinegar gummies. This is the saline rinse. My mom taught me way back in the day, because I always had, ever since a little kid, just terrible sinus infections, just all winter long. Couldn't breathe through my nose at all. I think it all goes back to an injury I had where I'm not in a lot of sinus space, so it's just, things get stagnant, get infected really easily. So I've noticed even just doing this, everything we teach in foundation training, creating more space, kind of feel like that sinus cavity expand. That's what we're trying to do here as well. Is different than the neti pot, is we're forcefully, we're storing some water up here. So I don't measure, I used to, take a little sip. You want it salty, but not too salty. So just play around with it. And you want it kind of not too hot. And you'll know right away. Get it up your nose, too salty, it's too hot. It's gonna hurt a little bit. So you don't want it light on the salt. You want it kind of medium salt, whatever you can handle. Not too hot, not too cold. It'll feel actually good. You think, oh, because you've probably had salt water in your nose before, the ocean, and that's terrible. This is a lighter salt content, okay? So you're gonna be all right. So what I do is just pour a little bit in my hand. You're probably not gonna be able to see that, but it's, and somebody said they hurt their neck doing this. So don't be hunched up. Practice good hinging mechanics. I got a big chest. I pour some in there. I just... All right, get it in there. So I did one nostril. I drank it because I'm not sick. I'm just doing this video for you guys. If I'm sick, I'm gonna spit it out through the mouth. You probably don't want to swallow that. Probably shouldn't. Usually I do 1 or 2 or 3 where I don't swallow it, just because that's kind of nasty, right? Got good hinging. And sometimes when you're sick, it gets a good yellowy green stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I want to spit that out. That's just trapped up there in the sinuses, right? We're cleaning that out. I could probably got a little saltier on this. It's actually getting a little cold too. Let's keep going, nostril to nostril. So, and this happens to me when I get sick, really blocked up, really. I can't get anything in the nose. Or maybe you get it in one nostril and you can't get it in the other. So the trick there is do some foundation training, do some exercise. You'll notice after doing 10, 20 minutes of exercise, you might be able to breathe a little bit better and you might be able to get this done more effectively. I'm gonna swallow that one. You're probably disgusted, I'm sorry. The salt's not gonna kill you, it's good. I actually drink kind of salted water. What am I using? I'm just using sea salt. You don't want iodized salt. Avoid that. I just use Mediterranean sea salt. Just make sure there's no crystals in the bottom. Those probably can create some tears. People think you're doing meth or something. You start bleeding out the nose. I don't know. I don't do drugs. I don't know if meth was the right thing. Cocaine? Is that cocaine use right? Sorry. My only drug is coffee and apparently apple cider vinegar. Just keep going. Ugh. It's probably really loud in the mic. I don't know. Even when I record myself, sometimes I can hear my nose, like that whistle, just so blocked up. And you just kind of get used to it, so you feel, oh, I can breathe better. It's aggressive. It's an aggressive. Ooh. Very similar to what we do in foundation training. We're just drawing in, filling up the whole diaphragm, pelvic floor area, but also expand the skull. Bones like your sphenoid and your occiput actually are designed to have a little motion. They help do nerdy things like pump cerebral spinal fluid up and down your brain stem, up and down your whole spinal cord, right? Bathes the nerves and the discs. There's a lot of nerdy stuff to breathing. That's it, right? Takes a few minutes. It's not bad. Feels good. Could have been a little warmer. Probably a little bit saltier. But all to your comfort level. That's why I'm not going to give you like a measurement. Just, especially me, I hit the turn one, so it's like measuring that out is super annoying. So I just did, half a cup of water, microwave it. Usually I'll get it hot, put the salt in so it dissolves, swirly, 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 and then I'll just put a little cold in there, because otherwise you're waiting for it to cool down so you can actually do it. You're like, oh, it's too hot. That's why. Just drink it. Just drink a little bit. And you're like, okay. Your tongue will tell you. So those are my two things. I really like organic apple cider. It's not the company I usually get, but it's cheaper. It's good. I've been doing all that. Maybe it'd be a good idea right now. Like maybe I cleared some stuff in the back of the throat. Let's kill it. Just slosh it. I'm not even gargle them. Just a good spread there in the back of the throat. And I put this on stuff too. You ever got some? I had a huge. I wish I took better pictures of it. But it used to be really big right here. It was always kind of hidden by my glasses, so you might not never noticed it on me. But it's been gone for 4 years. It was big, kept growing and growing and growing. And just daily, I applied stuff to it. It's gone. So that's something I'll tell people. Apple cider vinegar, like you put a little bit, kind of softens meat and stuff like that. In soups, that's why you add a little apple cider vinegar. So stuff like that, it's good topically as well. I wouldn't maybe not use it on open wounds. I don't know about that. But, yeah, don't take all this stuff to the bank. Just what I do, all right? What else do I take? I take apple cider vinegar gummies, and I take garlic. And my wife is forcing me to take multivitamin. Usually I didn't, but I do. And that's really just ever since I got strep throat. This has been my protocol. Big apple cider vinegar for a long time. I had shingles 8 years ago. That really helped. Just putting that on the shingles was just all over my neck. But probably a sign that I had really bad health. I was just starting to get into all this. I had just started my channel, so maybe more than 8 years ago. I started this channel maybe almost 10 years ago. So there's some videos on there about that shingles, but I just started to open everything up. And that's probably what caused it, honestly. It's probably just opening everything up. The first time in my life, it just unlocked something, that virus that had been hitting, hides and the ganglion, the DRG, the dorsal, whatever we call that back in the day, for the sensory nerve, right? So all your sensory nerves die. It's a herpes zoster virus from chickenpox, just laying dormant, waiting to attack you, usually when you're older. So it's good that it attacked me younger, because now hopefully I won't get it when I'm older, but shingles is a tricky thing. It seems like it's constantly changing. I'm hearing about younger and younger people getting it. It used to be a very one-sided thing, but sometimes people get double-sided, and it's very atypical. Not what I came to here to talk about, but back, apple cider vinegar, long history. All right, hopefully this helped, guys. Any questions, I'll make a follow-up video. It's not something I typically do, but people have been asking me for a long time, like, what's that nose thing that your mom used to do? That's it. Essentially, that's what she taught me. I'm just adding my understanding of breathing on top of that. I think it really did help me, because I couldn't breathe through the nose, and there's so many health issues from not being able to nasal breathe. So just forcing yourself to do it creates space, and then your body will naturally want to use the nasal breath instead of just being a mouth breather all day long, right? Stay healthy, guys. Winter is coming.